good day yesterday up until that point. But this was probably like the cherry on the ice cream sundae that was my day. Now I want to share the text that my friend Sherry, shout out to Sherry, how you doing, Sherry? That my friend Sherry sent me. Sherry lives in New Jersey. She used to be, I've known her for a pretty good while now. Since I was working at the nursing home. So that's probably over 10 years that I've known Sherry too. And she sent me a text message after listening to one of my episodes, episode 14, which I believe episode 14 was the return of Black Angus. The episode that I recorded after going a whole week without recording any episodes. But she listened to episode 14 and my discussion that I had on depression. The discussion that I didn't even plan to have, by the way, on depression. Record an episode intending to talk about one thing, and the episode goes in a total different direction. That's what happened with episode 14. And I ended up talking about depression for like the majority of the episode. But I guess it really touched Sherry in some kind of way, because she sent me this beautiful text message, and she said that I could share it on the air. So I want to share it with everybody what she said to me. Hold on, let me pull it up. Okay, Sherry writes, up on my phone. Sherry writes, "Hi, Jonathan. I'm listening to your podcast number 14 right now, catching up. And right now you're talking about depression. I just want to say kudos to you. Johnny does know best. I took Prozac for 20 years, a very long time. I was on an extremely high dose by the time I got divorced in 2013. You can imagine. I quit cold turkey as soon as I separated from my ex, and I haven't taken anything since. Anyway, I just wanted to thank you for talking about this subject. It means a lot to me, and no doubt will help someone. I love your podcast, and I love you. Wish I lived closer. I'll be a guest on your show, and you have an exclusive Jersey Girl interview." Wow. I just want to say that, Sherry, that text message, it really made my day, and put me in such a good mood that, first of all, that one of my podcasts or one of my episodes could affect you in any kind of way, because I think so highly of you. You're such a wonderful person. And that it would reach or help anyone, because I never really thought about it that way. I just started recording these episodes as a way, I don't know, just something I wanted to do to entertain myself. And then, then I thought, so the fact that I've done that, and, that's not the only time that somebody has told me something like that since they've been listening. But that one message in particular, that was so special to me. I wanted to share it. She said I could share it. Sherry told me, because I asked her, I didn't just read her personal business on the air without asking her. She gave me permission to share it. So I wanted to share that with everyone. And it just, I don't know, that just got me right here in my heart. I just patted my chest. I know you can't see me, but I just patted my chest. That got me right there in the heart. That was so special to me that one of my episodes touched somebody. And don't worry, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to pull a Kevin Smith and start crying on the air. But, I have a personal story that I want to share about Sherry, but I'm going to save that for another episode. I'm not going to go into that now, of a time when she really, really helped me. But keep listening. I'm going to tell that story at a later day. I'm going to put a pin in that. I might wait until she actually comes on the show to tell that story. But anyway, I want to get into talking about Barbershop and talking about a couple other topics, so I can go ahead and put this up and edit it and whatever. So I went to see Barbershop last night. Barbershop, the next cut. I went to see that at the movie theater here in Enterprise last night. And, I didn't really know if I would like this movie. First of all, let me say that. I liked the first Barbershop movie. The second one was the second one was okay. It was pretty good. I didn't think the second one was as funny as the first movie. So this being the third movie in the series, the trilogy, the end of the trilogy, should we say? I don't know if Ice Cube has any plans to do a Barbershop 4, but I think this would probably be the last one in the series. There's no need to do a part 4. But anyway, I didn't know that I would like this movie because the second one was just okay. I don't really see a need for a second Barbershop. I think the first one was good enough and is memorable enough to, if they had just left it alone and not done any more sequels, I think that would have been fine. Like, I don't know, has anybody heard this or read this, but I posted this on my Facebook. They're doing 4 more sequels to the Avatar movies. 4 more, not 3, not 2 more sequels. Not 3, but 4 more. I don't understand why Avatar needs 4 more sequels. It seems like they pretty much told the whole story in the first Avatar, but I don't know. But anyway, back to Barbershop. I got off subject again. Back to Barbershop. Yeah, so I didn't know that going into this movie last night that I would actually like it. But let me say, I actually did like it. I really like this movie. You should definitely go see it. It was very, very, very funny. There was several times I laughed out loud. And for me to laugh out loud at a movie, it has to be pretty funny because normally I'm pretty self-contained. I don't really laugh out loud unless something really hits me. It also has like an agenda that it's trying to push, that is actually trying to produce a positive message. There's a lot of messages in this movie. A lot of the black on black crime and just how the gangs in Chicago, how rough Chicago has gotten lately, which is true, which, in the last year or so, Chicago has become very, very rough. I don't think any of my Chicago friends would, and I got a lot of friends in Chicago. I actually went to Chicago when I was in basic training. A lot of people don't know this, but I was in basic training to be in the Navy. I would say almost 15 years ago now, because it's 2016. So, but I was supposed to go into the Navy, had to leave because of health issues, obviously. But so I've been to Great Lakes, I've been to Chicago, and this movie was very, very. It really portrayed a very realistic portrait of how Chicago is, especially now. In 2016, with all the gangs and all the violence and all the political stuff that's going on in Chicago, I was very surprised. I thought this was just going to be another Ice Cube comedy. I didn't know that it would try to push a message or like a social message. So, if you're a person that's very awake. If you're awake politically and socially or whatever, I think that even if you don't like Ice Cube's brand of comedy, you really enjoy this movie anyway because of the positive messages. It doesn't try to push the messages upon you, but there's for what it's whatever it's trying to say. It's very, very amazingly. It's a deep. This movie is a comedy that ended up being kind of deep, but I don't know if it. I guess it was intended to be deep and make you think. It kind of made me think, but it was still funny enough to where it didn't get lost in the message, if that makes any sense. So yeah, go see this movie. If you got an extra $20 to spare this weekend. Common plays one of the Ice Cube's friends, or one of Calvin's friends. You know, Calvin is Ice Cube in the movie. Or Ice Cube plays Calvin, and Common plays one of Calvin's friends, Rashad. And they're really tight in the movie. And another thing that I liked is even though Common and Ice Cube are friends in the movie, there's actually like a little conflict that happens to where Common and Ice Cube actually disagree and actually, have an argument and actually beef a little bit in the movie. And why that really, what was great if a lot of people remember this. I'm really old, so I remember it. But in the early 90s, Common and Ice Cube, they actually had a lyrical beef. They lyrically didn't get along, and they had a beef in real life. So this movie kind of parodied real life a little bit. When of course, I guess they squashed the beef, years ago, probably like 20 years ago. So now they get along enough for Common to be in Ice Cube's movie. So, but I thought that was a nice nod at that old beef. That when they started arguing in the movie, I thought, oh man, what? Oh, I remember when Ice Cube and Common used to go at each other lyrically. So it really, and then there are other, and probably, I apologize because, I'm going to get into feminism and comics in a few minutes, but this is probably this may offend a lot of my feminist friends that I have and a lot of females that listen to this show, but I gotta say this, I'm sorry. But the greatest thing, if you're a man, if you're a male, 100% man, you should definitely go see this movie because the greatest thing about this movie is Nicki Minaj's ass. Her ass and her boobs are, oh my God. Nicki Minaj, say what you want about Nicki Minaj. You can say that she's not that talented. A lot of people say that. I think she's okay I like Nicki better. When she first came out, I thought she was a lot better than she is now. But that is an attractive woman. I don't care what you say. She dresses kind of skanky and stanky in this movie with some of the clothes that she's wearing, but that woman has an ass out of this world. That's an attractive woman. Fake or not, a lot of y'all are gonna say, well, her ass isn't even real, it's fake. But fake or not, Nicki Minaj, damn. Yeah, so if you're a red-blooded man, you should probably go see this for Nicki Minaj alone. I think even Common would agree with that, because there's a scene, not to spoil the movie for you, but there's a scene where Common's watching her walk away, and he even makes a comment on her booty. Her booty is amazing. So, oh man, I really, really strayed off the subject talking about Nicki Minaj's booty. But, that happens sometimes on Johnny Knows Best. Sometimes I get off topic. And I felt like Nicki Minaj's booty was important enough to at least talk about for 2 to 3 minutes. So, there you go. Who else is in it? Anthony Anderson is in the movie. He plays a character in the movie. Now, Anthony Anderson was in the first Barbershop. I don't know if Anthony Anderson is playing the same character that he played in the first Barbershop, or is he playing a new character? I never did, I couldn't understand that when I saw the previews for this movie. And now I've actually went and seen the whole movie and I still don't know. They don't address it. Like, so anybody that saw Barbershop, if you can tell me, is Anthony Anderson the same dude is he playing the same dude that he played in the first movie? Because, in the first movie, That guy went to jail. That guy goes to, sorry to spoil the first Barbershop, but it